Oh, what's up, millionaires? It's your boy Millionaire E coming at you with a movie review. Now, the movie we're going to be talking about is See You Yesterday. Now, See You Yesterday is a movie, and before I get started, spoiler alert for anyone who's not seen the movie yet. It may be major spoilers or minor spoilers, but spoilers ahead. So, See You Yesterday is a movie about two kids, CJ and Sebastian, who create or invent a way to time travel. And again, before we get started, if you had the ability to time travel, what would you do? In the comments, tell me, what would you do? Because for me, if I had the ability to time travel, what I would do is I would go to those times where I've experienced things that I've forgotten and help myself to remember those things, basically. And even basically go to places that I forgot about to experience that again. Because some places have either disappeared due to it not being very not a lot of people went to it, so it's gone. So I like to experience those things as a second time. But what would you do? So we're gonna be talking about See You Yesterday, and the movie. I didn't like the movie, and I'm gonna tell you why. But first, there's some actors in the movie, but the one person that you may know, and he was only in one scene, is Michael J. Fox. And if you don't know who Michael J. Fox is, he is Marty McFly from Back to the Future. And what's funny in this movie is, since it's a time travel movie, he says the line that Emmett Brown says. Now, Emmett Brown, who was played by Christopher Lloyd, I believe, he wasn't in the movie. But basically, Michael J. Fox goes, "Great Scott." And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. But the reason why I don't like this movie is because the movie is like, these two kids, CJ and Sebastian, they create a way to basically make time travel possible. But what happens is an event happens that impacts CJ, therefore she has to go back in time to prevent that event. Now, the reason why I didn't like it is I didn't like the character CJ is because I feel like she's hard-headed, first of all. And she doesn't listen to caution. And the reason why is because in the first scene, like in the scene where they basically make time travel possible, what she does is, and even what I feel, and basically big spoiler, the event that happens is her brother gets shot by cops. Basically, kind of bully brutality, and I'm not trying to basically down that, but what I feel like is that what she did the first time she time traveled, she ended up doing something that I feel as though created a snowball effect for her brother to die. And that might sound a little bit hurtful, but I was like, there were certain things that I'm like, in time you don't do that. Like you don't go and say you don't. There are certain things that you don't do to create like a snowball effect, basically. Because you know how in time he's like Doc Emmett Brown's like, don't do anything that in the past because that might change the future. So it's like it's the little things, and that's what I noticed. Even with another event, which I'm not going to tell you. And again, like I said, I feel as though it wasn't, she didn't learn from her mistake. Like, and I'm going to try to kind of give you an example. So, when I was watching What If, Marvel What If, and it was the episode with Doctor Strange. Now, I have not seen the Doctor Strange movie, but it was where every single time he tried to save his girlfriend, like she died, but then he kept on trying to save her different points of time or different trying to take her to different places. Every single time she died, I was like, I'm guessing in the Doctor Strange movie, he learned from that point and moved on. And I'm not saying that death was kind of put down upon, but it was like he basically, it's almost like he took in the grief. He went into grief. And I was like, in this story, I didn't feel like she did that. Like she was grieving over her brother, but then the next day she's like, I'm going back in time and I'm gonna try to prevent it. And I'm like, it's just, it's like she tries to do this, and I'm like, you can't do that though. And you see in the movie that she makes the same mistakes, and her friend tries to basically I'm telling you, she doesn't listen to caution because her friend is trying to warn her, don't do this. This is not good. And I'm just like, and she doesn't listen. And in the last part of the movie, I was not happy about it because I'm like, it left me on a cliffhanger. And I was like, I didn't really know if I really wanted to see this movie a second time. Because it was like, the last part, this spoiler. She comes back and she talks to her friend. Now her friend's like, no, stop. We need to stop this time traveling mess. She basically locks him out of the garage, puts on the time traveling vest, goes back in time, and then we see her in this like little thing that she's just running towards us, and then bam, credit scene. And I'm like, didn't learn that it's like, okay, there are some things that you can't change in time. Because I'm like, as I feel like time travel, it's so many scientists, and I'm just saying this I mean I don't have any evidence to back this up, but I'm like, I feel as though there's limits, and God, and I'm not gonna be preaching, but I feel as though God put like certain things in place not to make it possible to time travel. And only reason why is because think about it. If you made a mistake and you learn from that mistake, of course, and you get better by learning that mistake, but if you are have the chance to time travel and basically wipe all your mistakes away, why would you need God? Basically, you wouldn't need him because you'd be the perfect human. No mistakes because you can just go back and erase the time board. So I'm just like, and I know I was rambling, but I'm like, in this movie, I feel like she didn't learn that it's like, okay, this person, your brother died, and it's like, you cannot bring him back because you can't. And you just have to accept that. And it's hard to, but it's like, that's why you have a lot of people around you, including like her friend. This is what I was not happy because she apologized to him, but she was like, you really didn't know him just like that. Because she told her friend this, and her friend was like, this is not a good idea. We should not be doing this. There's a reason why you can't change time. And she's like, well, he ain't your brother. And then she comes back and apologizes, and then he helps her, and I'm like, bro, what the heck? So basically, I was like, it's an M movie, and I'm like, I don't even know if Netflix. It's an old movie. It's like it came out in 2019, but I just looked upon it. But I'm like, I don't know if Netflix is coming out with it too. I'll probably check it out, maybe. But I was just like, I was honestly like, as far as the time traveling aspect, I was just, it wasn't really my cup of tea. Now, of course, y'all may try it. Y'all can try it. Watch the movie. It's on Netflix. It's called See You Yesterday, and see what y'all think. But this is what I felt. So remember, y'all, like the video, share it with your fam, and if you subscribe, click that bell icon to be notified for more videos. And I'll see you on the next video, y'all. Bye, y'all. And remember, tell me what you would do if you had the power to time travel. And have a blessed day, y'all. See y'all later, millionaires. Bye, y'all.